Hi, welcome to my channel. This is Bus Life Crochet and I am Yvonne. My friends and family call me Taco. If you want to know why, you got to pay the toll. And the toll is a toll, and a roll is a roll. And I'm going to stop right there. Today is WIP Wednesday, so this is my very first WIP Wednesday video. So I wanted to show you guys some of the stuff I've been working on. I've been actually doing these 3 projects for a while now. I tend to kind of overspread myself just a little bit, just because I get bored with certain things and I like a variety of stuff. So the first one I'm going to show you today is a pair of men's socks that I have been doing for my dad. My dad has a lot of fluid buildup in his legs, and his legs frequently swell and all that fun stuff. So he has been cutting the tops of all of his socks. Brand new socks. This first thing he does is cut them. It's like, no, you can't do that. I can make you some socks, Dad. So I've been working on these socks that he can wear for when his legs swell. I used Red Heart It's a Wrap, which is a 50-50 cotton acrylic blend. The container that you buy, the little thing, has got like 1,000, let's see, I got my notes right here if you wonder why I keep looking down. I'm just gonna do it like this. 1,100 yards, which is 200 grams, 1,006 meters for your people across the pond, which is a #1 super fine. Your knitting needles is gonna be like, what is it, 2.75 millimeters, and your crochet hook is gonna be a 3.25. It's machine washable, on gentle, lay flat to dry, don't iron. You know how to do this stuff. And the color I used is Documentary. Now, the original price is $12.99, but I got mine on sale at Michael's when they were doing their buy one get one half off. So there you go, me. But here is what it looks like. The pattern that I'm actually doing is from Yarnspirations. I'll go ahead and put a link in the description box to let you get to that tutorial. It's with Marley Bird. She is super nice. She does really good explanations, and so far I've been doing really good with following the pattern. A lot of times whenever I'm doing stuff that are other people's patterns, I have a difficult time following every once in a while, just because I learn differently. Everybody learns differently. So thankfully she's really good at explaining, and you'll probably enjoy it. Now, I did make them super long, but that's just because that's how long he wanted them, you know. So he made to order. I aim to please. This is the edge at the top right here. It's kind of a little ribbing. Then I've got my little stitch markers, my little Doctor Who stitch markers. And then it goes to this different blue, and if I show you the other one, it's a 3-tone blue. So there's 3 different types of blue in this yarn, which I really like. They're real subtle. Right now I am to the heel flaps. Let me see if I can, which was a really cool little decorative stitch that I enjoyed. But yeah, they're coming along. I didn't really expect the Superfine #1 to be this tedious to work with. It's the first time I've ever worked with anything that's small. I'm using this itty bitty little hook right here, an old Boyd. I actually use most of my my mother-in-law's hooks. I'm starting to buy some of my own, but I use a lot of her vintage hooks that I was gifted when she passed, which are really nice and worn, and she used them well.
Stepmother, not mother-in-law.
Oh yes, stepmother. Lord, I've got so many mothers. Everybody loves me. It's cool. Okay, next is the cat bed. Ah, the dreaded cat bed. Okay, so there's a story behind the cat bed. I am making a cat bed to prove to myself that I can make a cat bed so that I can sell a cat bed I haven't made yet. Yeah, try and figure that one out. So far, this is the cat bed. This is the finished one that I've done so far. It's gonna go for our cat Milo. He needs a cat bed, man. He's sleeping in my laundry. So it's time for him to get his own space. And so far, it's done really well, and it holds up. But I'm wondering, because it's so small, like, because like this is the top right here, and then this is the bottom. I'm wondering if it's going to be tall enough for him, because he's growing, man. He's growing. He needs to stop eating. but he's getting a bit big. And I'm wondering if it's actually going to work. But, you know, here's the hole. If anybody has any idea of how to make a cat bed, please comment in the section for the comments. Like, give me some heads up because, bruh, this is bugging. Like, I'm probably going to frog. I can't even count how many times I've frogged this thing. Like, I've taken it apart probably 6 times already. But I am stubborn and I will figure this out. So if anybody's got any tips or tools, I would be greatly appreciative. What I did with the yarn, because a lot of the pictures that I've been seeing and the one that got sent to me, it was done out of the t-shirt yarn. They call it the t-shirt yarn, or they have different types of brands and stuff like that, but they're kind of pricey for me, which I'm just starting out, so I'm using, you know, we low rent over here, so I use cheap yarn, which is still good yarn. All yarn is good yarn. We don't hate on any yarn over here. We love all yarn equally. But with this, what I did was, because I wanted a chunky yarn, I took 4 strands of the Red Heart Super Saver worsted 4-weight and just kind of put them together. I did 2 white, but it was like soft white, and 2 of the medium thyme. So I'm going to kind of try and get that, this light kind of bleaches it out. But what I did was I put 4 strands together and I wound them on my yarn winder. And I turned them into full cakes and then just started using them like that. Now this is just a cake of white. I had another one. There it is. Now when I ran out of the regular thyme, I went ahead and added some camo because that green color was already in the camo, so it totally worked. But it comes out in a cake like this. And as long as you do all of the strands together, it takes a bit to get used to, but honestly, after I was going, man, I didn't even notice it. Like, it was second nature. It was definitely weird to step back down to a small needle from the needle I used here, which was a 9mm, which is the
I gotta put my joke in at this time.
N13. Okay, my husband's gonna take a joke from the side. Yes,
you don't knit anymore. You're crocheting. It's a hook.
I know. Okay, y'all gonna learn this really, really early on. I say things in my head, but they don't actually come out of my mouth that way. And he usually deciphers my code. So you'll hear him from the sides of the camera every once in a while deciphering for y'all, because it's not what I said. That's not what I meant. Y'all know what I mean though, because y'all my people. Y'all understand. And most of y'all probably already know me personally, so this is nothing new. Anyway, crochet. Yeah. Okay. Well, where was I at? I was on the yarn. Yes, the yarn. I used Red Heart Super Saver. I had gotten some jumbo ones whenever they went on that sale that hit Facebook that nobody was supposed to know about because somebody accidentally put the wrong price in. So they were like 64 cents a skein instead of $6.64 a skein. Sorry, Walmart. I had to take advantage. I do still feel bad about it. I feel kind of guilty. But y'all take my money all the time. So, you know. I did it in soft white and the medium thyme. Like I said, it's 100% acrylic. This stuff is washable, tumble dry, low. You could do just about anything you want to it. Like, it's really, really durable. And it's not as rough as you would think. And the fact that it is a little rougher than some of the other yarns like Caron or Burnett helps it stand up. So far, I've been able to do a single crochet, and that's basically what it all is just single crochets. And it stands up. It gives it that form that it needs to have the shape, so that I don't have to put the wires in, but I think I still might have to put wires. I don't know. It's a work in progress. But that is the cat bed. Ugh, this cat bed has been driving me nuts. But like I said, I'm not used to using this big of a hook. It's a 9mm, which is an N13, which I have a complaint about that American sizing for these hooks. It's ridiculous, and people who know what I'm talking about in the size, y'all know what's up. Yeah, it was confusing trying to find the right hook. But I got it. It's a Lion brand, came in a 3-pack. This one is the 9mm. It was very rough on my hands because I have hand problems, but honestly, once I got the hang of it, after a couple of days of doing it every day, and then my hands doing that for a little bit, that was good. It worked. And let's see. Okay, the last one I want to show you guys is one that I am extremely proud of. This is going to be a panel for our bus. Now, if you haven't noticed yet, we live in a school bus, and we are slowly converting it as we live in it. Now, the ceiling has the metal frame, and then we have some insulation that we glued up there with some contact glue. It's the same insulation, the rubber foam that they put under the flooring when you do floors. And then we are going to be doing a cloth that gets contact glued to that with buttons. And the other buttons will go, I don't know if we're going to do snaps or buttons, we haven't decided yet. But it will go on these panels. Now this is the Tunisian crochet, the simple stitch, which my husband has been doing for years and has been trying to teach me how to do this, but he just called it the Afghan stitch because that's what he learned it. That's how he learned it. That's what he grew up with. And he's been trying to teach me how to do this, and I've been stubbornly saying, no, I don't want to do that. That looks too complicated. I do that a lot with him. He's used to it. But we discussed it. I like the way it looks. I like the way it feels, and it's completely perfect coverage, so you won't be able to see what the orangish red that we have like coming through, or the fabric that's going to be underneath, whatever. You won't be able to see that. So whenever everybody went on sale, we bought 30, I think it's 30?
I think 35 of...
No, 30 of this one, 35 of the red.
Yep.
30 skeins of this. It's the Big Twist from Joann, the Big Twist Value, which is a 4-weight. Let's see. It's 100% acrylic, had 380 yards in it. The crochet hook and knitting needle size is both 5mm. Machine wash, air dry. Basically, it's like Red Heart Super Saver, but it's softer. So it's like the durability of Red Heart Super Saver with the softness of Caron, just not that silky. It's got more of that halo, that little fuzzy stuff, you know, than the Caron does. Caron, I always find that Simply Soft is just slick. It's very slick. I like that stuff. It's soft. But this right here is what we're going to do with the panels. So hopefully we'll have these put above. That way whenever we need to clean and dust and all that stuff, we can just take them off, throw them in the wash. And it feels like we're in a hippie caravan. Yay!
And it's well insulated.
Yes,
for it.
That's really the main issue, because if you don't know anything about living in a bus, first thing we'll tell you, the insulation is key. It is one of the most, other than the toilet, it is one of the most important things you need in this bus, because when it's the summertime, it is hot. When it's the wintertime, it's cold. There is no in between at all. And even with our unit that we have over here, and then we have a little space heater everywhere, and then we have an air conditioner in the back, and we have 2 hurricane fans that are so loud I can't even put them on right now because you ain't gonna hear nothing. We still have issues with temperature control. So whenever you're trying to convert a bus on a budget, these are the kind of problems you're gonna have. So we've tried to be adventurous with it. So I think that's really about it. That's all I've got for you today. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for having fun with all the awkwardness. And go ahead and follow my channel. I have Facebook. I have Instagram. I have YouTube, which I'm on YouTube. Twitter. I think that's it. It's all Bus Life Crochet. So just look up Bus Life Crochet, and then you'll find me and all my awkwardness and my quirkiness. So thank you for joining me for WIP Wednesday, and I'm hoping that I will be back for another video soon. I don't know what's coming next, but stay tuned.